Hey there folks, Stuart here, the Indie Nomad. Welcome to my channel. This is the bushcrafting series and this is episode number 1. So today folks, the idea is to go out and scout out this location. So conduct a bit of a recce to find a suitable location that I can put a shelter in, that I can then come in and use as a base during sort of 4 seasons hopefully. I'm looking to build on my skills in terms of bushcrafting, and I think coming up on spending a bit of time in the 4 seasons. So we're in autumn at the moment. This is a nice easy time to be up here, really nice and enjoyable, but it would be good to come back up in winter as well, because there's a lot to be learnt in winter. So I'm going to try and build a shelter that I can get access to in 4 seasons, and then hopefully I'll bring you a documentary series here about building shelters and about skills to use across 4 seasons. So that's the idea with this series, folks. Hopefully you follow it. Like, share, subscribe, guys. This should be an interesting series and there should be lots of information coming your way from this one, hopefully. I've got a lot to learn, so if you've got any comments, stick them underneath, stick them below. If you've got good woodsman skills, if you've got good bushcrafting skills already, and you see me making mistakes, then by all means write in the comments section, and we'll have a bit of information sharing going on there, and we can all build our skills up that way. It's a stunning location on a day like today. At this time of year, it's absolutely amazing. The colours are superb, and I'm trying to keep my eyes peeled for as much flora and fauna as I can see as I'm going about my business here, looking for a little shelter. So keeping my eyes open for things of interest to show you. So red squirrel. Staring at us, doesn't know what's going on. Obviously I'm trying to scout the area out for a place that's not very highly trafficked by people, and something that's not got much logging value. Obviously they're going through this area at the moment. They've just chopped down a huge swathe of the forest over there that's just been logged. So if I build a shelter in the middle of that lot, it's just going to get flattened. So it looks like I'm going to have to go off piste. Let's get across this stream and carry on, getting the fitness in, the cardio going, and at the same time we'll scout this area out and see what we can find. Bit of an obstacle course, but lots of fun at the same time. Right then, next bit. Right then folks, I'm midway through the recce at the moment, looking for a shelter location. I came across a fallen tree. It's created a bit of a hollow in the ground, and obviously where the roots are and that seems, this sort of thing looks like an obvious shelter until you actually come down here and have a look in the bottom of these things, and they always seem to be full of water. I've got a little bit of time, so I'm going to shop about and see what else I can find. There's the tarn. I wonder if there's any fish. Right, cross this little boggy marshy bit and continue the hunt for location. Bit boggy, bit wet, but with these Merrill Moab ventilator shoes on, I'm not too concerned about that. Well, it's so densely planted that I'm struggling to actually get access into these areas of fir trees. So I think my best bet to actually scout this out is to probably use a bit of a gill scramble to get access up. I'm going to have a climb up here and see what I can find up here. Good fun. Let's open it up a little bit. Fingers crossed. Let's get up there and search it out, scout it out a bit. So folks, this is proving to be a pretty good location. I've got a game trail coming right the way through the centre of this location. So if I was to set up any traps or anything like that, if I wanted food, I suppose I could get it here. I'm not sure what it is, but it's probably deer. A nice clean water source by the looks of it. There is a lot of deadfall, and to be honest, I'd be a little bit concerned because the trees are so shallowly rooted. I don't think that it's going to be safe. I think that narrows down the type of shelter that I can build, really. The type of shelter is going to probably be a lean-to shelter against a rock face or a little outcrop of some sort to give me that protection against falling trees. So there's no point building a shelter that then leads to your demise when you get flattened by a tree. So if I build something up against a rock face, my logic says that that would be a little bit safer. So I'm just on the hunt. We're just coming into a little bit of a plateau here. There's a lot of dead standing trees here though. Again, that's a bit of an issue when the wind gets up, but it's good for a good source of fuel and a good source of building material as well. So right, oh, look at that rock face over there. It's north facing, which means it's probably only going to get a little bit of sun in the morning, so it'll be a little bit cooler in here, but at the same time, in its favour, it's very sheltered, so this could be a really decent little spot. The bad thing is that it's really close to that track over there, so hopefully nobody just stumbles upon this little spot and destroys what we're about to start building. So I'll mark this on the map. There is some more to go and look at, so that's what I'm going to carry on and do, I think, for the rest of today. Go and scout out a few more areas. Right, okay then folks, I've found potential location number 2. So this is the second location that seems to have lots of ticks in the boxes. So I've got that rear cover, that protective rear cover of stone to protect me from falling trees. And this time the bonus is that I've got a south facing slope, so check this view out. So we can see that I'm going to get most of the sun here almost all day. What time are we on now? About 4:30, something like that. It's October, 4:30. The sun would have been on this about an hour ago, so I'm going to get sun on this most of the day to warm it up. And I've also got some awesome views, so that's pretty good. There is high ground to the rear of me, so it's slightly sheltered. It's not overly exposed. The little spot I was looking at just the other side of this little outcrop, that would be more sheltered, but again, it's not going to get the sun, and it's damp. Everything's sodden here, apart from bits of, you know, the occasional bit that I've come across like this, which is just rock underneath. Most of it's just sodden. It's a good location. I could just put some timbers across and make something up here fairly quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a scratch about in the bottom of here, see how easy this stone is to move. I can't remember exactly what type of stone this is, whether it's limestone or not, but there's a lot of strata in the rock, so hopefully it's going to be fairly easy to break up. As you can see, once you're in there, if I can get some of this moved here out of the way, it's going to create me a bit of a hollow here. So it's 4:30, there's not going to be that much light left. I'm going to have a little scratch about in the bottom of this hole. I've achieved my objective today, which is to find a couple of decent spots that were going to be workable. I think I'm going to opt for this one. Hopefully it's a bit further away from folk. Gardening gloves. Little tree. I'll go and replant him in a minute. Well, you'd never guess what I just found, folks. We've got the chimney opening here, so in we go. So there you have it then, folks, a well-concealed medium-term shelter built in a difficult location, in a difficult mountainous terrain, where we've incorporated an outcrop of rock to give us protection from falling trees. Not a bad job for 2.5 days' work. It's up there. It's up there, honestly. It really is there. It's about 50 metres away.